Hello children, today I am going to tell you a story, Masha and the Bear. Once upon a time there lived an old man with his wife. They had a pretty little granddaughter named Masha. One day some friends of Masha decided to go to the forest to grind mushrooms and berries. One day some friends of Masha decided to go to the forest to gather mushrooms and berries. They wanted Masha to come with them, and so they came to her house to ask her, "Hello Masha, we are going to the forest to collect berries and mushrooms. Will you come with us?" Masha was delighted at the idea. She asked her grandparents if she could go with her friends. "Please, Granny, please, Grandpa, do let me go to the forest," pleaded Masha. "You may go, but keep close to the others and do not get lost," they replied. Soon, Masha and her friends went to the forest and began looking for mushrooms and berries. Masha happily looked from bush to bush and from tree to tree, and before she knew it, she had left her friends far behind. When at last she saw that she was all alone, she began to call her friends loudly. "Oh dear, I am lost. What shall I do now?" she thought. Without wasting any more time, Masha started walking. She walked all over the forest, and suddenly she saw a little cottage. Masha knocked on the door. "Is anybody there?" she called out. But there was no answer. So she gave the door a push and the door opened. Masha went inside and sat down on a bench by the window to rest. "I wonder who lives here," thought Masha. Now in that cottage lived a great big bear. He had gone out for a walk in the forest. It was evening when the bear returned. He was very pleased to see Masha. "Ah, it's really nice of you to come to my house, young lady. Now I will never let you go. You will live in my house, cook my dinner, my breakfast, and be my faithful servant," said the bear. Masha grieved for a long time, but could do nothing to escape. So she stayed with the bear and worked for him. Every morning the bear would go to the forest for the day. Before leaving, he would tell Masha, "You must never go out without me, for if you do, I will catch you and eat you up." So Masha sat thinking how she could get away from the terrible bear. The cottage was surrounded on all sides by a forest, and there was no one to ask which way to go. She thought and thought until she knew what to do. That day, when the bear came back from the forest, Masha said to him, "Bear, please let me go to my village for a day. I want to take something good to eat for my grandpa and grandma." "No, I cannot allow that, as you will get lost in the forest," said the bear. "But if you give me what you want to give your grandma and grandpa, I will take it myself." Now that was exactly what Masha wanted to hear. She baked some pies, put them on a plate, and took out a very large basket. Then she told the bear, "I will put the pies in the basket, and you can't take them to my grandma and grandpa. But mind you, you are not to open the basket on the way and eat any of the pies. I am going to climb to the top of the big oak tree and see you all the time." "Very well," said the bear quietly, and went outside to see if it was raining. Masha quickly crawled into the basket and covered herself with the plate of pies. When the bear came in, he saw the basket kept on the ground. He strapped a basket on his back and started off. Tramp, tramp, went the bear amidst the spruce trees. Tramp, tramp, he walked amidst the birch trees, up the hill and down the valley. After a long walk, the bear was tired and sat down to rest. If I don't rest my bones, I think I will die. So let me sit on a stump and eat a pie, said the bear to himself. At once Masha called out from the basket, I can see you. Don't sit on the stump and don't eat my pie. Take it to my grandma and grandpa. Dear me, what sharp eyes Masha has, thought the bear. She sees everything. And so the bear picked up the basket and went on. After a while, he stopped again and said, if I don't rest my bones, I think I will die. So I will sit under a tree and eat a pie. But Masha called out again from the basket, I can see you, I can see you. Don't sit under the tree and don't eat my pie. Take it to my grandma and grandpa. What a clever little girl Masha is, said the bear. Though she is sitting high up on a tree and is far away, she sees all I do and she hears all I say. Saying this, hurriedly the bear got to his feet and started walking faster than before. Soon he reached the village where Masha lived. Without much difficulty, he found Masha's house where her grandparents lived. Finding the gate locked, he started banging on it loudly. Open the gate, cried the bear. I have brought something for you from Masha. But before Masha's grandparents could let the bear in, the village rushed out at him, shouting. The bear was frightened. He set down the basket by the gate and ran away as fast as he could. Hearing so much noise, Masha's grandparents came up to the gate and saw the basket. What is in the basket, dear? The old man asked. The old man lifted the lid and looked inside. He could not believe his eyes, for there in the basket sat Masha alive and well. The old man and woman were overjoyed. They kissed and hugged and embraced Masha, and from then on, Masha never went to the forest ever again. Thank you.